Hello everyone. Today's story is The Haunting of Hollowbrook Manor. The Haunting of Hollowbrook Manor. It was the eve of Halloween, and the small town of Willow's End was buzzing with excitement. Every year, the locals told ghost stories about Hollowbrook Manor, the ancient mansion that loomed at the edge of town. Once the grand home of the Hollowbrook family, it had been abandoned for decades, its windows dark and its walls crumbling. Yet, something about the place still whispered of secrets untold. Legend had it that on Halloween night, the spirits of the Hollowbrook family wandered the halls, seeking revenge on those who dared enter. Children would gather around bonfires, sharing stories of those who ventured in and never returned, their faces pale with fear. No one had seen the ghosts, but the tales kept everyone away, or so they thought. This year, a group of teenagers decided it was time to put the rumors to rest. Sam, Claire, Jake, and Lizzie were always up for a challenge, and they had heard enough of the town's superstitions. Armed with flashlights, they set off toward the manor just as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the sky. As they approached, the manor looked even more menacing than they had imagined. Vines clung to the walls, and the iron gates creaked ominously as they pushed them open. The air seemed to grow colder with each step, and the wind whispered eerie sounds, like faint voices carried from another world. Inside, the manor was eerily quiet. Dust covered every surface, and cobwebs hung from the ceiling like curtains. They split up, each taking a different part of the house to explore. Sam went upstairs, while Claire and Jake checked out the living room, and Lizzie wandered into the old library. It wasn't long before strange things began to happen. Upstairs, Sam heard faint footsteps behind him, but when he turned, no one was there. Claire and Jake found an old, cracked mirror, but when they looked into it, their reflections seemed off, distorted, as if something else was looking back at them. Lizzie, meanwhile, felt an icy breeze sweep through the library, even though the windows were sealed shut. Books began to fall from the shelves, as though an invisible hand was throwing them. Fear began to grip them all. They regrouped in the grand hallway, but something was different now. The air felt heavy, and shadows flickered along the walls, dancing to the rhythm of their pounding hearts. A low, guttural sound echoed through the manor, a voice, whispering their names. Suddenly, the front door slammed shut, sealing them inside. Panic set in. They raced to the windows, but the glass refused to break. The walls seemed to close in on them, and the temperature dropped even further. The legends, they realized, weren't just stories, they weren't alone. A ghostly figure appeared at the top of the stairs, a woman in a tattered dress, her face pale and hollow, her eyes filled with sorrow. Behind her, more spirits emerged, their faces twisted in pain. The Hollowbrook family had returned, and they wanted something. Leave, or join us forever, the woman's voice echoed through the house. Terrified, the group huddled together, desperately trying to find a way out. The spirits circled them, growing closer with every passing second. Just when it seemed like there was no escape, Sam spotted a hidden door behind a tapestry. With trembling hands, he yanked it open, and they all rushed through, finding themselves in a narrow, dark tunnel. They ran without looking back, the cold breath of the spirits chasing them down. Finally, they burst out into the night, gasping for air. The manor stood silent behind them, as if it had never awakened. As they caught their breath, they realized something chilling. Jake was missing. Turning toward the manor, they saw him standing at the window, staring blankly into the night. He was already gone. Every Halloween after that, a new face could be seen in the window of Hollowbrook Manor, waiting for the next group to enter. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like my channel.